What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I am here with Laura. You guys may know her on Instagram as Muscle Bombshell. It's an absolute smoke show. We are going to do back today. I'm excited to train with you. We've never trained before. We've never met
Never even met before, but I feel like I've known her for so long just through social media.
Yes.
Met her, already love her. We're going to have a great workout.
It's going to be a lot of fun, yes.
Is it okay if I'm to say I'm catching feelings from all the dealings? Am I astray? What do you say? How are you feeling? Is it the same? I hope you're not planning to waste my time. To my surprise, that was her reply. Now we vibe. It's been a while and such a ride, stars align. I love the fact I didn't let her go. It's the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role. She loves the fact that I just let her know. We getting crazy in a different role. We getting crazy in a different role. She my do or die, my bona fide. My up when I'm down, she's always beside me. She makes me feel alive, I won't deny. Her love for me is real and kinda suicide-y. She's not the same, she's such a rare type. She's far from plain, at least in my eyes. She said if I cross her, I'll be in the grave or under her type, but yeah, that's still my babe. I love the fact I didn't let her go.
So your body has changed so much. Yeah, especially like even just since you signed with Blackstone, and then like over the years, just watching you change.
It was like not until I got with BJ, you know, that he was just like, alright, like, I don't want you to keep going down this road, like I want you to stay feminine, and that was my goal, but I never had anyone like hear me out with that. They didn't care, they were just like, bigger, bigger, bigger. So I started getting so big and masculine, and it was just not what I wanted.
Right.
So I actually, for a good year, like no arms, maybe once a week, once a month, no back, like no heavy movements, and it actually made me like kind of depressed.
Yeah, like I think that would happen to me too.
Yeah, because like that's all I knew for 10 years. You know?
That's how you knew how to train.
Yeah, and take aggression out, and from having a bad day, like that's what I would do. And now you're telling me I'm going in there and I can't do that. Right. So it's been a long road.
So what did you train?
Legs all the time. It was like legs at least 3 days a week. Arms, like I said, it was only once a month. Back, I actually stopped doing for like months completely.
Wow.
And then just like chest was very, very light and minimal to keep like my front delts tied in. Shoulders was so light. The workouts like became not even enjoyable or something to look forward to because this isn't hard and heavy. This isn't what I know. This isn't cool, you know? Like
you're not getting the aggression out anymore.
Right. Or you're doing 30 fucking reps because, you know, you've got 5-pound dumbbells in your hand, and then people are looking at me like, this girl used to move weight, like just carrying around 5s. So it's just like also just a mental thing, like what are people thinking, and long road. And now I'm like actually a lot happier with my look. So at times I do miss being big and shredded, but I am happy with like the more feminine and being able to hold.
You look amazing.
Thank you. So it's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you're happy.
Yeah.
Which is what's most
Yes, this is
important.
what I wanted for such a long
That doesn't
time.
count.
Right? It doesn't count. This was what I wanted for a long time. And I have watched kind of just like everything evolve into these girls like going more into that look. Like, look at, we now have wellness.
Right.
You know, whereas before that wasn't a thing. So now me transitioning into this, I feel like
Are you going to?
I'm not going to compete.
Okay.
But it was nice to see these other girls wanting like a bigger lower half and shrinking the upper body. Because I'm like, okay, I'm not alone in this, like wanting this look.
Yeah, yeah.
So my arms, I still feel are a little big, but I'm happier than like what it was. I used to average like weight, I'm 5'2", be like 160 pounds.
Wow.
Now I'm in like the mid to high 140s.
And you're 5.
Yeah.
5 foot? What are you?
Like 5'3", 5'2".
Okay. Yeah, I'm 5'4". I was wearing wedges the other night, but yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah. So it was just that's a lot of weight. 160. You know, to walk around and your health's important and things like that. So it's good. It's fun now.
Yeah, but you're having fun. Are you having fun again?
Yeah, I'm back into a little bit heavier. I am doing back. I am hitting arms sometimes. So I do feel better that I can actually do a full body, now instead of just legs all the time.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Your body's changed like amazing.
It's just crazy. I have to do like a side by side.
Yeah, you should.
From when I started black.
We should. You should get like a photo. Yeah. From like when you started and like
just to see the changes because it is so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and you do look like you do on social media, which also is very
rare. I know, but like where guys look exactly the same.
When you walked into General Last night, I was like, oh my gosh, she looks exactly like she does on Instagram.
That's kind of like my biggest fear, you can probably relate. It's like, if someone sees me, they think I don't look the same, so, but there's like no difference when I see you in real life, which is nice. That's a nice thing. Yeah. Sometimes Chris will say like, oh, that's so-and-so, and I'm like, no way. No. Like, I wouldn't even recognize him. Like, he'll go through it and he's like, no, they checked in here, but they don't actually look like that. Like, I don't understand. I don't see you without this Photoshop. And, so it's nice. Yeah. It looks the same. Yeah. Videos also help people to know that too. Yes. So your training changed? My training changed, and along with that, my diet changed.
That's where I'm like really curious.
Yeah. So it got to a point where I was eating 3,500 calories a day, and I was having like 3 cheat meals a week, which would be like a burger and fries 3 times a week, just to kind of maintain my physique. At that point, it was just a lot of food.
That was when you were 160?
Yes. And I was always strict my whole life. I never really enjoyed different things. Like, people think it's crazy, just like your regular fast food chains. Like, I never even went there. So I never had kind of like a balance in my life. And not that you want to go and eat those things all the time, but now I feel like I'm getting to enjoy like dinners out, and things like that I never really got to do. But as far as my diet now, it's like I'm trying to get in, 25 grams of protein with each meal, and then at least 50 grams of carbs. And I'll eat, like 4 or 5 times a day. It just depends how busy my schedule is.
Well, that's a lot more carbs than I even eat.
Really?
Yeah.
So now too, like business being so busy with construction, I'm trying to just keep weight on, and I notice I can't gain or I actually lose if I don't maintain that much food.
So then how many calories do you think you're eating?
I've never broken it down, but I assume it's a pretty good amount, And I'm definitely not shy with the cheat meals now. So I feel I'm lucky because I used to just gain weight all the time, not in a good way. And now I feel like I can eat so much, have balance, and like some cheat meals.
The volume that you do in your lifts, even though it's not as much fun as like the short, heavy weights, it probably helps maintain your metabolism.
And I noticed, so I kept my cardio, PJ had my cardio, everything, like we're really dialed in with that, making sure I wasn't gaining, or getting fat. Kept my cardio, it was like 5 days a week. And it was like, 30 minutes. And
which isn't terrible.
No, it's really not. And I like my cardio because I can check my emails, I can do what I have to do. But now I've tapered it down to where I'm only doing it like 3 times a week, 2 or 3 times a week, 20, 30 minutes.
Wow.
And I'm not noticing like my physique being affected by it. I'm not super shredded right now or anything like that, but I notice I'm not putting fat on.
So
it's nice to be able to have the same calorie intake, have cheat meals, less amount of cardio, and start doing more of the workout thing.
And sometimes not being super shredded, like I love when my lines are out, don't get me wrong, and that's your hard work. But when we're doing like photo shoots and bikini stuff, like I feel like
it's
a little bit of
sexy, I think.
I think too many lines are not as sexy.
It doesn't look good when you have that little layer of fat on you, and
you look
that softer look. It's like you're feminine. You're and not that if you have that look you're not beautiful. You are, but
it's just different.
To each your own. But for us, when we shoot, it's definitely a nicer look. You're not like super hard in the face. you're out there in a bikini, you want to look sexy, and then you've got like this hard face, these lines, you're like, right. So,
but I like when my hair is like down and like long because I'm always like, when we go out to dinner, I'm always like, all right, I gotta hide like my traps.
Right.
Because they just, there's nothing I can do about them. They are there.
So that was for me. I used to always be heavy shrugs, like crazy with the traps, and then I saw a photo of me and Ness out to eat one day. And I was like, oh my God, my traps, my shoulders, my arms look so big. That was like one of the biggest reasons I started to see myself in photos. I did not like it.
Right.
So that was like me taking that step at that point, like, okay, I don't want to get bigger. You don't want to feel like you're in a dress and you don't like how you look.
It's so crazy, like, when you think about that, the look.
Right.
And so many people will look at you like jacked out of your mind and think like, wow, that's amazing.
Right.
That's hard work. Meanwhile, you're sitting there thinking, I'm too jacked, or I'm trying to hide my muscles, or whatever. It's like such a body dysmorphia.
Because everyone else wants what they can't have too,
Yeah.
So they want that jacked look, and then, like us, we get it. We're like, okay, now I want a softer look.
Yeah. Hard because I can't do CrossFit the way that I was, and it like mentally like it messes with my head. But then it's like, well, where do you go from here? Like I can't train the way I was, so I have to change it up, and then you kind of feel empty.
It does. It leaves like an empty spot in you, and I felt like it passed over. Like I just wanted to. I felt like I didn't know who I was anymore.
Right.
Because I built myself off of the hard and heavy, and it's like. Now I can't do that anymore.
Right.
And now that I can, I'm like, same thing like you, injury, my neck. I have multiple issues with bulging discs now, like right on the verge. So anything I can do, even right down to sleeping right now, can make it worse. And they don't want to do surgery because they're like, you're too young.
Right.
So I did get a cortisone shot in April, and it's been amazing. So I just want to see how long it's going to last. And honestly, can't do too many of those.
No, you were definitely limited because it does break down the cartilage.
It's like not
right?
right apart, so. But I've dealt with just excruciating pain for 2 years now.
Oh wow.
And it was just constant. Like if you were around me a lot, you'd always see me like tweaking my neck, massaging myself. Then I'd go and get massaged and make it worse. I'm in therapy and make it worse.
Yeah.
So went and got everything checked out. I'm like, it's just not something that's right.
Yeah.
And it was like all these different discs, all these problems.
Oh wow.
And it's right where I sit that barbell.
Oh, okay.
So now.
So did that contribute to your changes, or that?
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't been doing those heavy squats or heavy deadlifts because when they tell you like you can sleep on this wrong and it pushes the disc out even more, it's like
That'll
all right,
for sure.
So now I'm doing these squats with like minimal weight and repping it out, and I'm like, oh, I want to put a couple plates on here. Like, what the fuck?
High volume like squats and deadlifts is something I want to have nothing to do with.
I'm like, this is
Give me like
bullshit.
a 1 to like 5 rep max.
So
or
I'm
we're
like
good.
asking later, I'm like, what if I just put one plate? She's like, can you please one Smith? I'm like, no. But I try not to push the limits, but we're only human. Like you want to push it.
And it makes you happy too.
Just such a nice feeling, that heavy bar.
Yeah.
Quick trick. They always want quick tips and
Everybody
tricks.
wants
Like
quick tips.
you're checking out at the supermarket and they're like, you look great. Tell me quick. Like how did you get like this? And I'm like, there's not enough time right now for me to just quickly tell you how to get from that like A to B, So I'm like, do you have a break that's 3 hours long? We can go over this.
Yeah. We're gonna have to sit down over coffee.
Right. Or I have friends that are like, oh, I want to have abs by July. I'm like, we're already like into June, right? Like, just tell me quick, what do I eat? And then people will constantly, I don't know, a lot you probably hear, they like revert to eating nothing.
Yes.
Or very minimal. And I said, that's how, I feel like you get skinny fat. You actually damage your metabolism not eating.
That's
you
always been my biggest problem.
Yep. A lot of clients I get, that's where we're at. We need to repair the metabolism. So eat your food. Eat it. Or it's like, it's 8 o'clock, you can't eat. It's like, you're going to be up for a while and you're hungry. You have that meal, you feed your body, something good. Don't go have McDonald's.
Right.
So I get that a lot.
I have a problem with eating because I was anorexic like before I got pregnant, before my daughter, and couldn't get pregnant because of it. But I was it was like right when like the high protein diet, like the fad came out, like we're talking like 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was doing high protein, but I didn't know anything about diet. So I was just like, oh, high protein. And then I had like minimal carbs.
Okay.
I would have like vegetables
And
with
like
my
no
carb.
fats, I assume.
No fats.
Yeah.
I would
no
touch a
energy.
fruit, forget it because of the sugar.
Oh yeah.
So I ruined my metabolism. And even now, like I still have, when I'm eating, I'm like, oh.
Nervous.
What am I doing to myself? But my metabolism does not work like
Right.
most people's metabolism works.
Right.
And I'm still in my head. Like,
Damage.
am I eating too much? I'm eating too much. And I love
That's
to train.
something it'll be for a long time.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're probably gonna just go back and forth. And I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I can coach people out of it, but I can't coach myself out of it.
Of course.
Because it's my own mental.
Right. You can relate, give them the best advice.
Yeah.
But personally, like,
Yeah. You can't coach yourself.
no,
I've
I
noticed
always
that.
had like, never had anything like that, but I got to a point where I started at 16 and I was always balls to the wall, and it wasn't until, like I said, these past 2 years where I've allowed myself, and it's fucking crazy, it's a long time, but now, like, to have cheat meals, to go out to dinner, to enjoy a holiday, so going that long, I noticed anytime I was given a cheat meal,
Right.
I would eat until I was fucking sick. Like, just not good, and every time I do it, you know, I crawl in bed and I'm like, I couldn't even like lay on my stomach, like it hurt.
You're just
And I'm like, Laura, remember this feeling and don't do this next time, like, you know?
Yeah.
Next time will come and I'm doing it again, and I created such a bad relationship with food at that
Yeah.
point, so I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna get to eat this again.
I tell people all the time too, don't reward yourself with food.
Right.
Go shopping,
Yeah.
buy yourself those
Yep.
new skinny jeans
That's
you
a
always
good
wanted,
idea.
but don't make food a response to
Right.
good behavior.
Like, you did good, great. Like, no,
Yeah.
you're not inclined
There
to
are
this
other
too.
ways to reward
You're not
yourself.
always gonna get that cheat meal.
Yeah.
You don't always need it, but I created such a bad relationship with that, and
Yeah.
it took a very long time, and I know a lot of people struggle with that, but I'm finally like, I don't feel that way. I'm like, if I don't finish my plate, I'm like, it's fine, you can eat again
Yeah.
soon, like, this
Yeah.
is gonna be the last time.
Right.
But it was really tough to get to that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people get like that.
Especially
And then
with
with the glycolog, I feel like everybody's like, but I took my glycolog.
guys, it doesn't.
Like, no, it's not.
It's
Great, but
yeah.
it's not what it's for.
You can't just eat donuts all day and then take that, like, you know?
Well,
Competing definitely didn't help, being in like that strict lifestyle for so
Right.
long, but
because you train yourself and that's all you know.
right, since I was a little girl, even my mom did bodybuilding, you know?
Oh, wow.
So it's like, it's all I know.
Yeah, it's like body dysmorphia. We all have it.
They think because, you know, you're in shape, you know, they think that we don't have those issues or look at ourselves differently, and we do.
We look at ourselves harder.
Yeah. Yep. Or they say, like, you know, someone's unhappy with how they look, and then you chime in with something that you're not happy with, and they're like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, like,
Yeah, we all feel it.
maybe I'm in a better, you know, shape, but I still have things
Yeah.
I want to work on, and don't shun me for that or make me feel bad for that.
Yeah.
So I think that's real common, so now I just kind of like keep my mouth shut,
Yeah.
you know. But we're allowed to feel that.
Yeah.
And if not, we wouldn't keep.
It also, like, I think it's okay to have something that you want to achieve,
Right.
whether how big or how small it is, because it keeps you motivated and focused.
Right. If we were completely happy with our bodies, we'd be like, all right.
Yeah, we wouldn't be getting
Yeah,
like 2 months.
I'm done here, you
Yeah.
know. But at the end of the day, we know that we can't be perfect
Right.
as much as we want to be. And as long as you can try and create a healthy balance with
Yeah.
everything.
I think that's where people get lost. It's the balance
No.
is so important, and
Yeah.
you do have to be happy and like live your life.
Right.
You only get one chance at this.
Yeah, especially my lifestyle clients. I'm like, please also enjoy, you know, if you're a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a wife, husband, whatever, friends, family.
Yeah.
Don't cut all that out,
Yeah.
you know? Or if you want, bring your meal with you and still have that holiday or that birthday with them, but don't isolate yourself,
Right.
you
Don't
know?
punish it.
I did that.
Yeah.
It was like the
We
worst.
all do it.
Yeah. I go everywhere with chicken and green beans in Ziploc bags. You know, we're at the beach and I'm pulling out chicken in a bag, like, you know?
Yeah.
I don't regret it, but
Right.
it's a lot.
All right, guys, this is a little bit different, a different style of video than I think that we filmed before in the gym. I think we had some real chats here, real
We
talk.
did, we definitely did. I think a lot of things that, and we hope that you guys can relate to, and I feel just very common and maybe it's not talked about enough, so you can engage a little bit with Kristen on her channel and just have you been through that, you know, do you agree, disagree, and just let her know how you're feeling with it. And we hope that we were relatable and helped out a little bit.
Yeah, and definitely put comments below if you've dealt with any of this. Me and Laura will go through them and go through the comments, and if we can offer any kind of advice, we will.
Definitely.
So we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.